Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Xpansion Pack Podcast, where we download this week's gaming news, and you guys already know we bring it straight to you. I'm your host, Danzel, and joining me on the 79th episode is my co-host, that we always fucking with every single week. We got my guy, Goop Master Flex, to my right over here, if you're watching. What's going on, man?
You already know we're staying gooping in the multiverse.
Oh, okay. We're in the multiverse saga, apparently.
All right.
And then we got my guy down low, Mr. 525, May 25th. What's going on?
Chilling like a villain on penicillin, willing, killing, Dylan, and stealing. God damn it. Feeling good. You know I'm feeling good when I rhyme for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some damn games.
Let's talk about some games, boys. Again, this is the Xpansion Pack Podcast. I do want to say, before we get into the game stuff, you guys can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. And yeah, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we're noticing that, we got an interesting ratio of people who are watching versus people who are subscribing. So for those of you who are watching and aren't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also hit that like button as well. If you are already a subscriber, help us out a great deal. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. So we're going to talk about a couple fun stories from the week, but, in the spirit of Comic-Con and the fact that we just got some fucking amazing news from Marvel. They just, we're recording this on a Sunday. Last night, they fucking gave us like their whole plan for this new saga. It's Multiverse Saga. They dropped a new Black Panther trailer, which is absolutely fucking amazing. So, Chris, I'm going to let you take it away with our icebreaker that is, very timely.
Very timely, y'all. So, icebreaker, very quickly. You have the opportunity to add to a brand new upcoming Marvel vs. Capcom title. Well, let's just call it, part 5, right? And you get the opportunity to add a character to it that has never been involved in the series beforehand. So we're not talking about Wolverine or Spider-Man or Morgan or any of these characters that are constantly in the game. Who's the new character that you're like, yo, I got to add in there and make sure that they got some representation because they're kind of dope, For me, there's many, many answers to this question, but I'm going to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold it down for myself and my homie, Isaiah. Shout out Isaiah, because I know he feel the same way. We got to get Blade up in there. Stop playing with us, man. Got to.
I think collectively we all
got to. Stop playing. Yeah. Stop playing, man. Listen, think about my guys and his supers, right? His alts, right? He gonna be one of them characters. Some characters only get like 1 or 2. Like Iron Man, if I remember correctly, he had proton cannon and then some other whack shit that nobody really used that often. And then like War Machine had proton cannon and he had the other move where he had the backpack and all the missiles shot up and it came down. That's it. Then you got guys sometimes like Wolverine who have like 4 combos. If you really want to learn his character, he's got maybe 4 different alts that do different things. I need Blade to be just like him. You know what I'm saying? I need Blade to have one special where he pull out his blade and he start blading on cats, right? That's the first one. That's the first one. And the second one, I need my guy to be on the motorcycle and do some shit with the motorcycle. And then the third one, he needs to just have a power-up, like, you know what I'm saying? Where he just was like, nah, I don't want no serum. I don't want no serum. Get that shit out of here. And he don't take that shit and he gets super OP strong. You know what I'm saying? They got to put Blade in this game, bro. they got to. It would be a disservice. It would be a travesty. Don't make me start talking like Stephen A. Smith in this motherfucker, man. Put Blade in the damn game. All right? Put him in the game. And let's get it. He's going to be probably top 10 most popular from day one, right? He's going to end up being everything that Ghost Rider never was in the video game. And I think Ghost Rider was included in the very last game, Infinite, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And he was trash. Like, yo, they don't never give my guy Ghost Rider nothing, but he was trash. And if they're going to do home like that all the time, consistently, y'all got to bring in Blade and let him rectify some of that dark hero energy that I love. I love that anti-hero I'm evil, but not evil. I'm flawed, but I be saving lives. I like that shit. Like, bring my man in the game, bro. Stop playing with me, man. You could even put Whistler in it, too. Now, I wouldn't use Whistler because he'd probably be weak as fuck. But if you got to throw Whistler in the game to get Blade in the game, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Let's get both.
That would be really cool to get Whistler there.
But you got to throw him in, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. Don't wait you do another Blade or another Marvelous Capcom, and you do not include my boy.
Yeah, Blade's iconic, obviously. And, excited we're getting that movie for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blade was my top answer, right? And then Manny and I were talking, before we started recording, before Chris even got into the call, and that was the first one we had mentioned was Blade. So you took our answer, Chris, but that's all right because we both rocking with it.
Y'all got Morbius?
Get that out of here, yo.
Yo, the collective, Manny's head went this way. Your head went that was good shit, man. That was awesome.
It's Morbin time.
Oh,
Blake can come through.
Blake can come through and just chop off Morbius's head. That's the most I want to see. That's the most we need to see.
Like a little intro, just get Morbius head. All right,
gone, done, dead.
Yeah, bro. That's rough.
All right, Manny, what's your pick, man?
All right, so I feel like it ain't Marvel related, but this is on the Capcom side, and I feel like this answer everybody's gonna love because everybody be sipping over the Queen, Lady Dimitrescu. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have the Vampire Queen out in the game, especially since she
Resident
carried.
Evil?
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Okay.
Resident Evil's Capcom. She carried the whole I forgot the word, but
she carried the whole marketing of Resident Evil.
Marketing. That's the word. I
the whole marketing campaign.
The whole marketing, bro. Even though she was only the beginning of the game, that's it.
She was a quarter of the game.
Everybody was sipping over her, and I'm sure you can make some moves. She got plenty of movesets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she'll be a good functioning character, not just for me sipping over her, but realistically, if you're gonna put a Marvel's Capcom game, you're gonna have to put in the recent mainstream characters that are popular. So I feel like Lady Dimitrescu is a good pick.
Hell yeah. To piggyback off of that, Lady Dimitrescu gets a lot of love, for obvious and some not so obvious reasons. But I forgot his name, man. Manny, I'm gonna need you to help me on this one. But the final of the four main bosses, the last guy, the one
I liked him a lot too. Yeah.
So he had telekinetic powers and he just looked fucking crazy. It was they took
I liked him a lot.
Yeah, they took a similar aesthetic of the Wesker with the trench coat type of thing, but then they made it this guy just I don't know. I loved his vibe, the way he flowed and his moveset and all that stuff, and his powers were fucking crazy. So I could see that translating over to Marvel vs. Capcom very, very well. I wish I could remember his name, but that dude was dope.
Heisenberg. I don't know how I forget about Heisenberg, bro.
Heisenberg.
Yeah, Heisenberg was my boy.
Oh, no, that sounds like a real ass dude. Heisenberg. Goddamn.
They definitely got that from Breaking Bad. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. But, he was again, everybody was talking about Lady Dimitrescu, but for me, my favorite part of the game, my favorite villain or one of the four main ones to fight was definitely him. So Heisenberg definitely gets a big shout out. That's not my pick, but yeah, I had to throw that in there since you mentioned my favorite game, Resident Evil. So for me though, my pick, I'm gonna go with a Marvel character, and that's Mr. Moon Knight himself. Got to get him in there. And the crazy thing about it is you could do so much with it, right? So you could do the traditional Moon Knight as one character with his own moveset, and then you could do the Mr. Knight character with his own moveset. And then, if you wanted to, if you made them variants of each other, you could do the Jake Lockley character, who's just a fucking sociopath and doesn't need a suit, and he's just crazy and is basically just an assassin. There's so many options with Moon Knight. that's exactly what they need to do. Like, and I feel like it's inevitable if they do make a new game. Like, you're gonna put Moon Knight in there now because he's obviously like in the MCU now. That show is very successful. And yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to play as fucking Steven, in the Mr. Knight costume, fucking people up? Oh, man. Did you guys watch that show yet? Manny, I think
I have.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
Bro, I've been busy, all right? I just finished Stranger Things. And now, I'm just, I got my exam tomorrow. I'm studying for it. And
I got less time than Manny.
After that, I should be good.
Look, I respect it, guys, but that's one of the must watchers, man. I was about to make a reference and it was just gonna go over your heads because it didn't matter. But that's all right, man. Y'all got to learn about my boy Steven with the V. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, not with the PH, with the V.
Steven with the V.
Okay.
He give you one of these. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, so what if you don't doing this shit right here? You better set up the right way, bro, because man's doing this.
Oh man, that's
I don't know if you about to win that fight, my boy. This shit, that dude, he winding that shit up. You better watch shit.
You might win it against Steven, but that's all right. If y'all know, For those of y'all watching and listening. All right, Chris, thank you for the icebreaker though. It's definitely a fun one. And guys, please go watch Midnight. Go watch Miss Marvel. Go watch all these shows. They're so fucking good. Anyways, let's get into we were talking about Marvel stuff. We can do a little bit of a pivot over to the Warner Brothers DC side of things here, and we're gonna talk a little bit about Multiverses. It's a game that's it's not officially out yet. It's in a closed beta. Well, it's like early access beta right now. But that beta just dropped this past week, and I've been playing it, and I really want to talk about it because this shit is great. This shit is a lot of fucking fun. So we talked about it in the podcast in the past. It's basically Warner Brothers' way of kind of ripping off of Super Smash Brothers, right? So you get all the Warner Brothers properties like, the DC heroes like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. We got Harley Quinn up in there. You got Jake and Finn from Adventure Time. You got Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. Damn, I know I'm missing a couple random things.
You say Wonder Woman?
I said Wonder Woman, yeah.
Okay, I know you got Shaggy, you got Velma.
Oh yes, of course. How could I forget Shaggy?
Iron Giant.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I feel like there's another one I'm missing. I know, like the roster, I think is like 16 characters. I think. Yeah. It's definitely kind of a tight situation of characters, but it seems very clear off the bat that they're going to be expanding this. I mean, we've already gotten an announcement at Comic-Con that LeBron James is coming, Rick and Morty are coming. So, like, so far, the way that they've set this up is just really cool. And again, it's literally a clone of Smash Brothers, right? It's a knockoff of Smash Brothers, but it's presented and structured in such a way that it's just so fluid and fun. And I've been like absolutely engrossed in this game since I got access to the early access beta. So yeah, I really wanted to start talking about it. Manny, I know you got access to the beta as well, so definitely want to get your thoughts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's like weird when you compare it to Smash because obviously it is a Smash clone in the end. But I do enjoy the game. And it is in beta, so like I'm sure there's like a lot of modes that are being hidden in a vault or options, and there's still like some bugs, some cheesy moves for some characters. But like I mean, it is in beta, so I'm sure that's gonna probably all be fixed in future patches. But yeah, so far the game's actually pretty enjoyable. I found the special connection with Shaggy because we love our sandwiches. But other than that, he's actually a solid character to use. But yeah, I mean, so far it's pretty solid. I'm really enjoying it. From when we played the other day when we schmacked y'all, me and Devin schmacked Denzel and Felix. So
you really want to do that to yourself, Manny? You really want to do that to yourself? Because the whole way through, Manny was getting smacked by everybody.
I was getting smacked by everybody because I was trying to figure out my character. Bro, like, All I gotta say is,
yo, that sound like
Jake,
that whole I don't know the
Devin
buttons
with
shit.
Jake is hella cheesy. Jake is cheesy because he covers a huge area with his attacks.
Yeah.
And fucking, I don't know, yo. Like that's
Taz
that's
is the cheesiest though. Taz.
I've heard Iron Giant is worse. Like,
bro, there's absolutely
I
no way.
I seen a video yesterday. Of Iron Giant spamming, like, I'm guessing this is down, like, special move.
Yeah, like that, like comet move. Yeah, nah, that shit's trash too.
That, and like I've been seeing them, I'm just like, yo, you could just continually spam that. Like, that's so cheesy.
But
like, they gotta fix some things with like the tech, the dashes and everything like that. Because like sometimes I feel like I be timing moves right, and then like it don't like, I can't think of the word, but like it don't.
They don't connect. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. I feel like I end up having that problem a lot with. So Wonder Woman's the character that I've definitely like clung to. I feel like there are certain moves where my expectation is that it would override like a basic attack, and someone will just start slapping me. So the reason why I say I think Taz is the cheesiest is because Taz has this little spin move, and there's this mechanic in the game, for those of you who don't know, where like, and I feel like this should be implemented into Smash. And if it's been implemented in later Smash and I just don't know, then forgive me. But basically, if you spam a move 4 times in a row, it starts to decay. Like, you'll see it say attack decay. So you can't just keep spamming the same move over and over and over again, which is like a big problem in these types of games sometimes. But with Taz, he does that spin move, and the spin move, like, you're trapped in it for a little bit until like he stops the spin, and then you get launched wherever you get launched. You can do that damn near infinitely, and there's no decay. So like, they need to fix that. And it is the most irritating thing I've ever experienced. I've fought Iron Giants who spam that down move, and I just can dash out of the way most of the time. That fucking Tasmanian Devil move is it's so bad. Like, it makes me want to break my controller. And I don't feel that way when I play most games. But I think there's one time I played, I think I got 16 damage off on the Taz. And then he just bodied me like twice in a row just by doing that one move. So, yeah. Other than that, though, like, outside of that level of cheesiness, I think almost every other character you can deal with. Jake is tough to deal with. And Iron Giant, I feel like he's just a big ass target. So like, usually when I fight him, I end up fucking him up. But then again, nobody's really spammed that move that you were talking about on me. So I don't know.
Yeah, I still haven't unlocked my first character. I might just use an Iron Giant and try it out myself.
Shit, yeah. I ended up unlocking Superman, who's pretty good, but I kind of wish I just saved up and went for Arya Stark, because that's who I really. That's like my end game for now. Like, I want to play as her. But Wonder Woman is dope. But apparently she's more of a defensive character, and I need a more offensive character, which is why Arya might be right up my alley. But yeah, Chris, I know you haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I know you've been seeing the hype, you've been seeing some of the videos and whatnot. What makes you excited for the game? Are you excited for the game?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think it's cool that we get a game like this on a different kind of platform outside of the Switch. Because for years it felt like if you did want to play anything even close to this, you had to play Super Smash. You had to own a Nintendo console. Whereas now there's a lot more flexibility. So I never am going to say that's a bad thing. Also, I think you have a bigger pot of characters and shit to like choose from, I think, within this, as opposed to Nintendo kind of has like their main IP guys, but then like after a while they're gonna run out of characters, I would feel. Whereas with this WB shit, man, really, especially with like somebody like LeBron James, he's only in it because of Space Jam, right? Right. So like they got a lot of different avenues they can go down. I am praying, and I don't remember if they are behind the movie or not. But if they're the ones who made Spawn needs to be in this game ASAP. Like, I mean, ASAP. I can't remember if it's WB or not, but
I'm pretty sure Spawn is the DC character. So yeah,
is it really?
Hold on, let me double check.
DC. There's no way. Because if that's the case, they're fucking up. They should have been. Like, what?
Okay, so it's not a part of either. Yeah, who does make that shit now? I'm thinking about it.
Could have sworn it was WB, but maybe I'm off on that. But even then, if it's not him, there's so many, like even from Game of Thrones alone, like you mentioned Arya Stark, and Arya Stark is a dope character. I'd be happy to play as her too. But I mean, there's so many fucking people that they could pull from that show alone, bro. Like the Night King, fucking Jon Snow, fucking. There's a lot of people, man. Like Ned Stark.
Neo. Yeah, I was saying this before.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Trinity and Neo need to be in the game for sure.
And Agent Smith, all of them need to be in this shit. Shit, you could even do this dude's character from Minority Report. You could do so much shit. Like, it's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yo, we about to have Pikachu in here?
Nah.
This is Detective Pikachu's a Warner Brothers movie. Let's go.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
I would be shocked if Nintendo allowed that, though.
Yeah, me too.
Company,
me too.
I'd be shocked.
Pikachu Biglet, if he in both Smash and Multiverses? What?
What's that? Leonardo DiCaprio Sunshine? Let's go.
That would be absolutely insane. That would, oh man. I'm trying to look up like the other things that they like, the other properties that they own. I mean, obviously we know
they're probably gonna have like Mortal Kombat character, maybe.
That would be cool. It would have to be somebody who's it would have to be like a mainstream character though, because you don't want to. I don't know. It
has to like develop hype when people see the name.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure
that's
there's
the
other
whole point
Looney
with
Tunes
these kind of
characters they could
games.
throw in there. So Looney Tunes, obviously. So Matrix, they own. We already talked about DC. I'm trying to think who. I had a list of other characters that I wanted to see in this game that were from Warner Brothers. Man.
They have it. Later could get the clown.
Static Shock. Shit.
Don't do that to me.
Because that's that. Wait, he's DC and Warner Brothers, isn't he?
So Warner Brothers owns DC. So yes.
Okay.
Like they make
Animaniacs, man. There's a lot of shit, man. There's a lot. A lot. You could technically have Bugs Bunny versus Trinity from The Matrix.
Yeah, Bugs is in it. Yeah, Bugs already in. Oh, Godzilla, that would be weird. Don't do Godzilla. Don't do Godzilla.
Like you gotta like shrink him.
No, don't do that.
Actually,
don't even try.
They have the Iron Giant though. The Iron Giant's like a
Iron Giant makes sense. Don't do Godzilla. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do King Kong. Don't do Godzilla. Just leave those guys alone. Let them be in their own thing. I don't want to see them in there. But you got a lot of other shit you could pull from. And then if again, like I think we talked about this last week. If this game, pops off the way it looks like it will, they'll start to expand outside of the Warner Brothers ecosystem, right? Like you'll start to get other characters similar to what's going on with Fortnite, I think. But we'll see. I mean, even Nintendo, even with Smash wasn't just Nintendo characters. They had, like Snake from Metal Gear Solid, and I think they had people from Persona and a couple they had like random other characters. So it wasn't only Nintendo properties. They expanded on other parts of gaming. So I would imagine that this Multiverses game, again, if it's big enough, will start to do the same thing. So very, 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 very excited for this. And and like I said, they have already started announcing new characters, right? So we got LeBron James coming this coming week, the 26th, and then Rick and Morty are going to be coming like when the game officially, like the first season of the game officially comes out. So I can't wait for what else they're gonna have in store, man. Trinity's got to be the one I'm the most excited to see. Neo's cool, Morpheus, Agent Smith. If they had all those people in there, it'd be dope. But like, I really want to play as Trinity, especially doing that fucking like kick where she goes up and the crane kick. I need that. I need that. So Chris, we got to get you up on there. We gotta stream that shit too, man.
Yeah, this whole requirement of having to watch a streamer is like, god damn it. Got to figure out a second to where like I could at least put my phone up and just have it watching it. But
Chris, you could literally be doing that right now. Like literally right now, just put a stream on in the background and let it play for an hour, and then boom, you'll have the code. Like that's exactly how I did it. You don't have to actively watch it or anything. But yeah.
Oh shit. Hold on now.
Yeah, literally, like, just keep that shit on in the background. It's not even a big deal. But I do want to get to our next topic, our last topic for the week here, because it's kind of a light week. There's definitely some other stories, but nothing too crazy. But this one was one that definitely caught my eye because, as an Xbox gamer, it's a big deal. I know, Manny's. I'm going to consider Manny a PC gamer at this point because he rarely ever turns on his Xbox or his PlayStation as much as he has his PC on. Every time I play Fortnite with him, he's on his PC. So
actually on PlayStation.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like the PlayStation controller better.
But why not just plug the PlayStation controller into your
PC? You're right,
Yeah.
I could, but that's mad work.
What? Hold on, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. This man joins our Xbox party on his PC and then turns on his PlayStation to play Fortnite. Now,
most of the time, it's because I'm playing like a different game on the PlayStation, and they'll be like, "Yo, Fortnite," and I'm like, "Okay."
Okay. I thought you were always on PC, so.
I play PC like Multiverses. I mean, I do occasionally on Fortnite when I feel like it.
Very interesting, Manny. Okay. That
weirdo.
That makes this whole situation even more confusing because you literally are always on your PC. But hey.
Yeah, I know, true.
But the main point I was getting at was that, this news could mean a lot for just the general idea, the dream of basically playing with anybody anywhere. And, Discord, we've heard some rumblings about this coming. We've heard some rumblings about, Microsoft even purchasing Discord, but that seems to have fallen by the wayside. But we finally have Discord voice chat on Xbox. Very big deal. And it's only in beta as of right now. And I'll tell you right now, I tried testing it and it needs some work. So I understand they're working out the kinks. So it'll probably drop in the fall. That's normally how the cadence of these things go. But the idea that you could be in a Discord voice chat in the same way as if you were in a regular Xbox party chat on your Xbox is very cool. I would have to imagine that this is coming to PlayStation. And when it does, I think that's when we really are like, okay, like this whole cross-play, cross-progression, like this whole dream that we've all had, ever since like Fortnite really pushed for it and all that stuff, like it's really starting to come to fruition. Being able to be in a Discord chat on any platform of your choosing, maybe eventually Nintendo will get there and that might solve their problem. I'm sure we'll hear that, 5 years from now, Discord will be on the Switch or the Switch 2 or 3 or whatever the fuck it is that exists at that point in time. But generally speaking, the idea that you can, the thing that I kind of like about this, because there isn't really an official Discord app on Xbox, but the idea is that you could be on your phone or on your computer. It's a little wonky to set up, and I imagine that they're going to streamline this, but again, it's in beta, so it is what it is. But you join on your phone or your PC, and then you just click a button and you push it right over to your Xbox. That part seems very seamless, and I like the way it is. I just wish that there's a way to start it up on the Xbox itself. And I also wish there was a way to just directly integrate it into the regular Xbox party chat for those people who don't necessarily want to go out of their way to go, load up Discord on a PC or whatever. But again, I think those things might be coming. I can tell you this much. When I did, I tested it twice. The only problem I noticed was that there was like weird disconnections that happened. But the one problem that I have with the Xbox party chat, and I'm assuming the same issue may arise on like, party chat systems from other platforms, but there's a slight delay, like the slightest delay. So, Manny, I know you can attest to this. Like, if we're playing like a highly competitive game like Siege or something, and we're trying to, do call outs, like sometimes that call out might be a little late because there's a little bit of a delay in the system. So, Discord having virtually no latency as far as that stuff goes could go a very long way. And then it could also just kind of free up Microsoft to not have to worry about party chat at all, at some point. If they can just completely integrate it into Discord and just have everything run through Discord and have Discord be like the party chat for gaming as a whole, man, that's like the dream. I would love to see that happen. So, Chris, I know you're not somebody who's big on Discord, but, the idea of a universal party chat that works on every single platform. You know, I know you've been super vocal about the Nintendo stuff, and we could put the cynicism aside for a little bit, because I know I'm just as cynical as you are on whether or not this will get implemented. But let's say it does. You know, how do you think this could affect gaming going forward?
I think it could affect it in a couple different ways. I think one of the two ways that it can definitely affect it in my eyes is like you can start to do things like Twitter Spaces, but on console now. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is very cool. The fact that you could literally just start these community discussions and anybody could just join in it, regardless of what platform they play on. If they want something, they have something that they want to say about a game. Like, for example, I don't know, Final Fantasy, that's on everything. And I'm in the Final Fantasy Discord. I can sit here and have a whole ass verbal discussion with a bunch of folks on Xbox, on PlayStation, on PC. And yeah, like I said, it becomes more of like a almost Twitter Spaces kind of thing where like you can set up different discussions and all kind of shit from like your console. That's crazy to me. I think that's a really, really cool thing to have as a gamer, man. I think that's awesome. I would also say one of the other things that I think that it really kind of helps out with is yeah, it just makes everything a little bit more universal, man. Like it's a lot easier to just have one hub of information to kind of go to and then use that for everything. Right? That's it's like almost like, you know, like how on our phones we have Messenger, we have your native messaging app, you have Instagram, you have all these different apps sending you messages all day. But it would be super dope if you could have a way to condense them all into one spot.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm getting from this, is that we will be able to, you know, do certain things. You can sit there and have like community polls now for certain reasons. You can things like LFG become so much better and easier. And I applaud Xbox because they've had their version of an LFG system, and I've used it quite a bit over the last couple of years, but I still don't think it's perfect. Whereas this, it would take that and then take it all the way to the next level. You know, you get to go on any channel you want to. I'm looking for somebody to help me do this raid. I'm looking for somebody to help me do this part of this game or whatever. You go in, you could actually have a conversation with the people you're going to be teaming up with before you team up with them. Like all that kind of shit to me matters. I can't tell you how many times I've LFG'd with folks and then you get in with them and then literally a minute or two into whatever y'all are doing, you're like, bruh, this is trash. Like, this is trash. It's going to make my life a lot easier in that regard, I would say. And yeah, I mean, all you could hope is that eventually it trickles over to Nintendo. Like, eventually. So that's all you can really say. I'm not going to bring too much cynicism because you told me not to. Yeah, man, I don't think it's a negative in any way, shape, or form. I think Discord is blowing all the way up. And who knows? Maybe it becomes the main version of communication for our gaming platforms going forward, just because it makes sense to do so. You know?
Yeah.
You could always use the Xbox chat if you want to, but I fully see it being a thing where you're gonna have one offie who's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm on Xbox chat, bro. Why are you not on Discord?"
Get off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have that. Especially because people don't necessarily love to change. You know, like. So most people don't see any problem with the party chat system right now. And I mean, it does work fine. It's just like, if I could streamline this and I can talk to more people on other platforms and I can like reduce the latency, that latency shit alone is like a big thing for me. Like to actually get more real-time communication, like when you're in like a heated situation, a tense situation, like, you know, let's say you're the final person in Siege and like your teammates are telling you to do this and do that. And like, I mean, that situation gets hectic enough as it is. But either way, just getting like accurate real-time information and not having a slight delay, like that makes such a huge difference. And yeah, I really hope it becomes the default for gaming. You know, like everybody's just using Discord, even fucking Switch. I'll keep my cynicism down too. I already made the comment earlier, but it's just one of those things. Like, it's like, we need this. Just do it. Just everybody just fucking go all in. You know, it is interesting to me that this came to Xbox first, because I think a lot of people seem to think that this type of integration was going to hit PlayStation first, because not only did they make some investments into Discord, within the past couple months, but they also did make some announcements around Discord integration. So, but yeah, either way, it went to Xbox first. We'll see what becomes of the PlayStation side of things. It's almost inevitable that it's going to come to PlayStation, right? Like, it has to be, especially considering we all thought it was going to happen on PlayStation first. So seeing it on Xbox is a pleasant surprise. Can't wait to see it on PlayStation. Can't wait to see it on Switch in 5 years. And then of course we already got it on PC. I mean, it literally is the de facto way to communicate if you're playing on PC anyways, right? Everybody just hops on a Discord party. I know people have been using it for work purposes. We use it on a more casual level to just have a general chat, but it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So I cannot wait to see more. I cannot wait to see how the integration expands over time, because, like I said, there's no native way to just join a chat on Discord on Xbox. You have to kind of route the call. I think we'll get some cool stuff coming down the pipeline. This one definitely took me off guard, though, and I feel like, a couple more of those types of surprises would be really, really cool to see. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anybody else have anything else to add about the Discord stuff? I think we're pretty much at the end of the road here. Not much else to talk about it, but if anybody has anything else they want to say.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, real quickly, I think it's gonna be cool too, since we, if it is integrated right on Xbox, that we be having big ass parties so we can consolidate. If 5 people playing Siege, got the Siege separate chat, and then other people just in the main room and stuff like that. So it'll be a good way to keep things organized.
Yeah, no, that would be dope to actually do it by game, because a lot of the time we'll be one party's playing Fortnite, one party's playing Siege, and so somebody in Fortnite will be like, "Yo, he's behind you," and then the person in Siege is fucked up, and
that has happened to me many times in the past.
Cutting it up would be useful sometimes, so definitely something to look forward to there. But yeah, I think this is probably a good place to end it, guys. Thank you again for watching and listening. Make sure to check us out on our social media platforms as well. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see each of our individual platforms down below. But if you want to follow the podcast and support the podcast in particular, you can follow us on Twitter at Xpack Pod. And then also check us out on TikTok at Xpansion Pack Podcast. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you guys next week for episode 80. Peace.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Peace.